Hi, my name is Mary Giordano. I'm the Executive Director of Family Promise of the Capital Region.
And I'm Sister Nadine. I'm the Assistant Director here at Family Promise of the Capital Region.
We'd like to welcome you to Doors to the Future, Reframed,
our 5th year anniversary celebration.
This is in honor of the guest families we've had and the graduated families, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Hi, Family Promise of the Capital Region. I am Klaus Ehlers, the CEO of Family Promise National. I actually was born in the Mid-Hudson region, so I am really thrilled that we have an affiliate in Albany, in the Albany area. And I am just so impressed with all the work you have done. The past 5 years have been incredible. I remember being there as you guys were developing, being at many meetings, doing trainings, working with Mary and others to get you set up so that you could start having impact. And what impact you have had, right? Family Promise at its core is about changing the future for children. Changing the future for children who come through our programs, who are faced with housing instability and homelessness, and leave with security, safety, stability, and the opportunity to have the same future every child deserves. But at the same time, we're about changing the future for children who volunteer with our program, who grow to understand that if you have been blessed by God, you are called by God to share those blessings, and you can actually make a change for children in this country. So I am so appreciative of everything you've done and how you are part of a national network. We have 200 affiliates across the country, all of us sharing that same vision, living that same mission. Everything you've done contributes to our national efforts to eventually reduce and end family homelessness. So once again, I want to congratulate you. I want to thank you. I want to shout out New York Pride. Keep being awesome. Thank you.
My name is Pat Bender, and I'm the President of the Board of Directors of Family Promise of the Capital Region. I would like to welcome you to our Doors to the Future 5th Anniversary virtual celebration. Seems like just yesterday that Father Frank O'Connor decided to bring together our community to address the rise in family homelessness in the Capital Region. It was November 2011 when Father learned of Family Promise and the success it was having nationally in reducing family homelessness. Determined to make a difference, Father O'Connor reached out to several local communities of faith about forming an interfaith hospitality network who would provide overnight hospitality to our guest families. 13 congregations agreed to be part of this rotational model, and along with our support congregations, they have provided overnight hospitality to 43 homeless families since our doors opened in April 2015. We are blessed to have a committed staff, including our Executive Director Mary Giordano, Assistant Director Nadine Farnham, and Transportation Director Ish Munez, who work daily with our guest families. None of this would be possible, however, without our treasured volunteers. There are more than 400 volunteers who are involved in our mission. They cook and serve meals, help with transportation, spend overnights with our guest families, and most importantly, give them the love and support they need during this difficult time in their lives. Our model of care has changed temporarily due to the pandemic, but our participating hosts and support congregations continue to deliver meals daily and donate generously to our mission. Tonight we celebrate these participating congregations and our dedicated volunteers as we honor the graduated families that we have had the privilege to serve. We are grateful to our sponsors, our grantors, and our generous donors who have helped Family Promise serve the most vulnerable among us. Thank you for your continued support, and I wish you and your families health and happiness.
I've heard stories over the years of how churches and different agencies would reach out to the poor, it just seemed to me that that was something we all should be involved in as best we can, that it was an essential part of the gospel. And so when I read about this Family Promise in America magazine several years ago, I thought, well, we ought to give people, the opportunity to put this into practice, to feed the hungry and clothe the naked. But it's like getting a double bang from your buck, because the homeless need a place, they need love, and they need to be served. And we claim to be followers of Christ, so that we really need to listen to what he has to say, and he's giving us the secret of happiness, the secret of integrity, wholeness. And so to help people, care for the homeless, for the poor, seemed like a great privilege that we could go forward.
Hi, Family Promise. Thank you for all that you do for this community, and a happy 5th anniversary.
Ish, before Family Promise, when I first met you, I was actually interviewing you about this job. I was so impressed with your life experiences and what you were able to bring to it. I just wonder if you feel just comfortable sharing a little bit about that and why being part of Family Promise means so much to you.
Sure. Before Family Promise, I started volunteering for the Homeless Action Committee, for the hack band, as they call it, because I was in the receiving end at one time. I also experienced homelessness myself. I was going from shelter to shelter, and I know how hard that is for an individual. I can just imagine being homeless with families. So that's why I decided to apply for this job. And when I met Mary, I always told her it's not about the money. I don't care how much the job pays, I just want to serve. Because I've been in their shoes before.
Well, I just want to, let everyone out there know that Ish has been and will continue to be an important part of Family Promise. We truly could not have carried out this mission successfully over the past 5 years if it wasn't for Ish, his dedication, his commitment, his ability to handle any situation that is presented to him. Sometimes driving that van when we don't expect snow can be tricky. Sometimes we have families that, for whatever reason, the van ride gets a little hard. And he's just always so patient and caring, and we're just very grateful to you, Ish, for all you've done for us.
And I'm grateful to the agency as well to allow me to serve.
Ecumenical and interfaith is really extremely important because, our Lord prayed that we would all be one, and this is a wonderful expression of our unity, that we're all one in this ministry, in this outreach. And so it has the whole Family Promise has several dimensions. It includes a lot of different churches, a lot of lay people, people who are just people living their lives as families are involved, and then it involves the different churches, and it's also interfaith. Is what we involve the Jewish community and the Muslim community. So it's bringing about the vision of our Lord to bring us all together to be one. Our unity might not be complete at this point, but we're growing in that unity, and that's what's so wonderful.
Hello, I'm Julie Novkov, the president of B'nai Shalom Reform Congregation. In a passage that Jews read each Yom Kippur in our synagogues, the prophet Isaiah exhorts us to take the poor into our homes, indeed claiming that providing substantive support is more important than fasts and ritual observance. In light of this, our congregation is delighted to partner with Del Mar Presbyterian Church to be part of Family Promise. We celebrate the 5-year anniversary of the Albany affiliate and are grateful that we have the opportunity to serve.
Hi everyone, my name is Arifa Bevan. I am a board member of Family Promise. One of the things that I truly do love and appreciate about being a board member, just being a part of Family Promise as a whole, is the genuine passion that our entire team has. From our volunteers to our congregations to our board members, you have all been truly amazing in making this work possible and helping this organization to grow and be successful. So thank you truly. And one of the greatest things that I truly do love about working at Family Promise as a board member is working with the kids of our organization. And whether it is helping out with their homework or just being what I hope to be, a role model or just a guide for them, it's all been such a blessing. And so from the bottom of my heart, I truly thank you all. Thank you to the congregations and to our volunteers for your amazing efforts, for your hard work, for your dedication to Family Promise and to our mission. Thank you.
I came to Del Mar Reformed Church about 3 years ago, and one of the selling points that the church really was trying to find a pastor who was passionate about mission. And one of the things I happened to be looking for was a church that was passionate about mission. And they said, well, we have this new program, well, maybe not so new, but this program we really want you to get to know. And I said, yeah, this sounds great. What is it? And they said, Family Promise. I said, Family Promise? Oh, I know all about Family Promise. And they said, you do? I said, yeah, sure. This is a great program. And I've been involved in 2 other churches, 2 states, 3 counties now. And one of the things I love about Family Promise, just overall, is the idea of this localized service to the community and serving guests who have a need in our community. And it's great to support things overseas or in our country, but here we know that we're helping kids who go to school with kids in our church. We're helping parents who are friends with people in our church, that kind of thing, because it's a countywide, it's a local specific thing, and it serves a need that is often overlooked. So often our counties really reach out to make sure that single parents with children are sheltered or men's shelters, but to keep families together in a time of crisis is so important. And Family Promise doing it in a graceful way that involves some privacy, allows for some privacy, and that allows for just maybe a sense of sanity and security in a real unsure time. I also really love the way that Family Promise isn't just a program that welcomes people in and says, we're here until you don't need us anymore. They say, let us help you get into more permanent housing. Let us help you process into some skills programs and things like that. And meanwhile, they keep kids going to the schools that they would normally go to. It is such a turbulent time, and to have people to be not uprooted as much as possible in that time, I think Family Promise is such a blessing in that way, and I think that's why I see it as such a worthwhile program. And that's why I've been so excited to see Del Mar Reformed Church be part of it, and our folks love to be part of it too. Just people, when we have been able to host, people have been really enjoying the time to meet people and to get to know one another as the guests feel comfortable, but also just to know that we're providing a welcome place is really kind of in the ethos of our church in general, and it makes sense that this program would be part of that.
I'm Bill Goki, and this is my wife Sue, and we're the coordinators for Family Promise here at Del Mar United Methodist Church. And we've been doing this for about 5 years, and it's been a real benefit, I think, to us personally and to the church as well.
I feel like we're doing God's business here because He tells you to feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, and so on. And it's just darn fun being with the families, and we just get so close because we're here every night and we have dinner and we play games. It's a lot of fun.
And we get a lot of inspiration from them too. I mean, they're so positive and looking forward to their future, and it's nice that we can be a little part of that and help them along in that journey to a better life.
At the 5th anniversary, we polata etile, we say in Greek, many, many years.
I'm the co-coordinator of Family Promise here at Del Mar Reformed Church. When guests arrive at our church, one of the things that we start off with is we have one of our volunteers welcome them to our church. We have them show them the rooms where they'll be staying, where the restrooms are that they'll be using, where some spaces where we'll be eating dinners, and if there's a space where they might be able to relax and enjoy as a family outside of the church, outside of their room. And the other nice thing that we are fortunate to have here at Del Mar Reformed Church is we have a fabulous playground for the children. It's right on premises, it's in a secure area, and so that's a great space for children to come and enjoy and families be together in the outside. One of the things that I love about Family Promise is welcoming members of the community into our church and showing them what our church home is like and welcoming them into our home.
From Bethany Reformed Church, we're celebrating with Family Promise on their 5th anniversary.
Congratulations.
Yay, Family Promise!
5th anniversary, Family Promise, and here's to way many more good years.
What I've enjoyed about the program is the opportunity to interact with so many different people. Because I'm not specifically affiliated with a congregation or church, I've had that opportunity, not with every congregation or group, but most of them, through different opportunities at the churches, as well as being at the day center, to do different things that in my background, have been helpful. I realized when I retired, I guess even before I retired, we're not meant to be idle, and I needed to be doing something, and it was sort of like meant to be that Father Frank talked about Family Promise shortly before I retired, and I got to meet Mary, and we just have been interacting ever since, and it's always been, never been a chore, and always been an enjoyment.
It's been 5 years since we've been in Family Promise. What are your 3 favorite memories from being in Family Promise?
My first good memory was I went apple picking and I got to pet and feed animals.
That sounds fun. What else did you do?
The second thing that was a good memory was meeting new friends I never met before.
Sounds nice. And the last?
And the last one is when I celebrated my 6th birthday and got Pengui!
Oh my goodness. Do you remember when you got Pengui from Family Promise?
I remember that time.
And Pengui is still a part of our family.
He was always a part of our family.
Look at that. That's great. Now for me, my favorite memories, one of my favorite memories was sitting on the church steps with Pastor Paul eating ice cream as we watched the sunset.
Ooh, that's pretty fun.
Another memory I had was being interviewed by a reporter from the Schenectady Gazette, inquiring about Family Promise and also the progress that I was making. And I also have the copy of the newspaper article. I still keep it on hand. I treasure it with my whole life. And it was because of Family Promise I was able to do marvelous things.
Ooh!
Another good memory I have is watching Miss Ann dance with Joshua on his video game, Just Dance. She had an amazing time, and it was funny to watch her let loose and have an amazing time with Joshua.
I had fun with that time.
Anything else you want to say?
Well, one more thing I want to say thank you, Family Promise, for getting me Penguin. He's one of my prized possessions, and I never could live without him.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.
The Family Promise idea is a lofty one. Families get into homelessness together. They need to get out together.
I'm Cindy. I'm Thelma.
I'm James.
And we were in Family Promise in 16. I think it was 16. 16, and we spent almost 6 months in the program. 6 months, and they helped us get everything we needed for our place, and now we saved up enough money and bought a new home.
Favorite memories?
Well, they gave us furniture. They helped the kids go on field trip when we had at the Catholic school. What else? They helped us get a car, but we had to get a new car. But helped us get out of debt. That was a big deal. We have no debt anymore, except our monthly bills that I hate, but that's another story. I think that was something from the other program. We saved up enough money to pay cash for the house, and now we're still giving back. We give back to our church, we give back to the community, and we still help out with Family Promise.
Cindy, do you have any advice for people who, let's say, are facing this difficult situation?
I have mentioned it to people about the program, but people never heard of it before. And I've talked to people in Schenectady, and our church knows the program. And it's a good program. I say it's a family organized program that helps people instead of being separated from their families. And you don't have to worry about being separated because you don't get separated.
Thelma, can you tell us a favorite memory you have of Family Promise?
Favorite memory that I had was when I went on a field trip from my school, and I got souvenirs from when I was in Boston, Massachusetts. I liked when we did crafts and activities and went different places.
Happy anniversary, Family Promise.
Family Promise, I am Arnold. I'm 7 years old. I'm Monia. I'm 5 years old. And I'm 5 years old.
Hi, Family Promise. I am Diane. I am Arnold's and Munia's Bokor mom. We're going to sing Happy Birthday in Chiluba, one of the language of Congo. Dile di bois dimpe. Dile di bois dimpe. Dile di bois dimpe. Family Promise. Dile di bois dimpe.
5th anniversary, Family Promise. Family Promise. My kids really loved the volunteers. Volunteers, they came in with the kids, brought activities. There was always something to do. They were very engaged with the children. The kids loved the church, especially St. Sophia's. They enjoyed the movie nights, and they got to ride bikes and play, and it was great to say the least, given the situation, the circumstances and being homeless at the time. It was wonderful, and we couldn't have asked for anything more.
Mary is my guardian angel, because if I hadn't went to Family Promise and met Mary, I wouldn't be here right now. How I got to this beautiful apartment is through Mary and the diner over here on Phillip Street, Betty Boop's. Teresa is a beautiful person too. She's the owner of Betty Boop's Diner. And once Mary introduced us to each other, we clicked. That's my sister now. I goes to see her all the time. We go to hush baby. we go to where she goes to get her food at a food warehouse, the restaurant depot. And we were going there one day, and by the glance of my eye, I saw this apartment for rent. I called the number, and unfortunately I kept calling the wrong number, and I had to just think about it and sit in my room. I said, let me walk over here and see about this apartment. I looked up in the window and I saw $599 4015.
Nice.
I called this landlord, this wonderful landlord. I called him, and immediately he called me back. $875, and I'm in this beautiful apartment, 2 bedrooms. Happy ever since.
Happy anniversary, Family Promise. Hooray!
Hola, yo soy Pamela.
Yo soy Joaquín.
Yo soy Aldo y ella es Paulita.
Fuimos invitados de Family Promise en el 2019.
Estamos sumamente agradecidos y apreciamos mucho su ayuda, todo su apoyo a todo Family Promise y su lindo equipo de voluntarios.
Bueno, yo disfruté conocer nuevos amigos, conocer a nuevos voluntarios, y la verdad aprecio mucho el apoyo que recibieron. Gracias.
Gracias, Family Promise.
Muchísimas gracias a todos. Cuídense mucho.
My favorite memory, what I love about the Family Promise is how much care not only the persons at Family Promise, but also the volunteers. They show so much love for you. And although I'm from a different country, I still feel at home because they were so kind and nice. They were so kind and nice. And also they try to make you feel at home. There's certain food that I'm not accustomed to, so they even go out the way to prepare one of my favorite dish. So I really enjoyed the interest the show, and I could have felt that it was genuine.
Happy anniversary, Family Promise!
Yeah, we're so excited celebrating the 5th anniversary with Family Promise. We're grateful for everything they've done for us. Our most favorite parts at the day center was Becky coming down to have fun with Michelle. She was really, really excited, and we still have to see Becky. We're grateful for that. We actually missed visiting the host site, actually because of the COVID, but we're grateful for all they've done for us, the nice meals. They actually were really, really delicious. I kind of learned how to get used to American food. I'm kind of used to my native food, but I'm glad I actually learned something new, which I'm kind of grateful. And we're in our apartment right now, and we're so grateful for Family Promise for all they've done for us, and we're happy to be part of them. Thank you, Family Promise.
coming this evening and joining us at Doors to the Future Reframed as we celebrate and honor our guest families who have made it from homelessness to stable housing. Hope you enjoyed seeing all of our families again. I want to mention a special thank you to all our sponsors and all our donors and all our honorary committee members.
Happy anniversary, we promise.